Hello there, this is Caesar on Toast and welcome back to another mod tutorial slash spotlight. This time we have Armour Plus for 1.11.2 and we are indeed in the All the Mods 2 mod pack, which I'm currently let's playing, so check that out if you haven't yet. We should hopefully be doing some of this mod in there because it's really cool. So what this actually is a few different mods. We have Armour Plus armors, Armour Plus items, blocks, and weapons. And basically what we have in these is a huge array of different armors and weapon types that give you different magical effects. And so to start off this mod, you want to build the Armour Plus workbench. You can see the recipe here. You need 2 lapis, a lava crystal, which you can get by mining the kind of glowing obsidian blocks that you see. They're pretty obvious when you come across them in your world, and then you need a few blocks of coal. So this is something you can get as soon as you have a diamond pickaxe, which makes some of these things very viable options for the early game as armors, and I'll probably be making some myself in my next episode. So first up we have the redstone, which is made just like any other armor, except instead of the ingots or leather pieces, you use redstone blocks. And what these do is give you speed 2 for the armor and slowness 2 for the weapons. And so that's actually pretty cheap. And to get speed 2 as a permanent effect, it's not just a temporary effect like from a potion, is very, very useful. Then for the cavers out there, we have the coal armor, which is made using coal blocks, you guessed it. And also gives blindness to your enemies. So whereas slowness is good for PvE, blindness really would only come into play for PvP. So if you're playing on your own, you might want to consider maybe using the coal armor with a redstone weapon to start off with, but it's really a personal choice. Next up we have that for people who are living next to the ocean like me. The lapis gives you water breathing, and then the weapons give you nausea. So again, not so useful for PvE, I mean, but could be used in a PvP context as long as you don't give people motion sickness. Next is probably my favorite of the basic armors. I'll just give you a little demo of it. Is the chicken armor. And this gives you speed 5, which essentially lets you run around like a headless chicken. Unfortunately, it doesn't make you look like a chicken as well. Could be used in conjunction with the morph mod if it's updated to 1.11.2, so she can run around like a chicken who's trying to get away from a predator. So I like that, and then that'll run out. Cool. Our field of view's gone back to normal. Then finally, for the basic armors, we've got the slime, which gives you jump boost 3, which is slightly ridiculous, but also can come in handy. Jump boost is really useful if you're building and need to hop up and build a wall really quickly, so could consider that. Maybe not the best for combat, but situationally could be very useful. Next up we've got the high-tech bench. So in order to make this one, you need to have the previous bench, and I will show you the recipe for that now. You require 5 more of these infused lava crystals, and then 3 blocks of redstone, as well as another workbench. So not too expensive. Oh wait, sorry. This is actually expensive because you need the infused lava crystals, which you get by infusing a lava crystal with lava, of course. And you also need some XP as shown here, and then you need a lava infuser. I think this might be bugged out at the moment, not too sure. But that's just obsidian, lava crystals, and any color stained glass to make that. And so once you got your high-tech bench, there are 3 new armor types, slightly more difficult recipes, and these actually go beyond the 3x3 grid. As you can see, the high-tech bench has a 4x4 grid, and so you'll need a lot more material to make these. I'll show you an example of one. Here is the emerald armor, which gives you the haste 2 effect, so very good for speed mining if you don't have a beacon yet. That combined with efficiency 5 on a pick will let you instant mine stone, so very, very good for miners out there. And what this is emeralds and emerald blocks in that arrangement. I'll show you each one here. So you're going to need a ton of emeralds to make each one of these pieces of armor. So it will take a ridiculous amount, but if you've got a villager farm You should be able to get this without too much trouble. Next up we have Obsidian. Oh yes, and the armor, or the weapons give you mining fatigue. So again, not great for PvE, but in PvP, if you're trying to hit someone, block up, put them inside a box or something, could be very good for getting someone trapped. Next up is Obsidian, and this is crafted using Obsidian and compressed Obsidian, which you get by crafting 3x3 Obsidian blocks into compressed Obsidian. So also quite expensive, but kind of worth it for the buffs you get. This gives you resistance 1, so overall will reduce the amount of damage you receive, and each one of these is extremely expensive in terms of Obsidian. The weapons also give you weakness 2 for your enemy who you hit, and so that'll be really good, because if you've got the resistance 1 and they've got weakness 2, they're not going to be able to do any damage to you at all. So this is if you really want to be survivable. And finally, for the high-tech bench, we have the lava crystal armor, which gives you fire resistance, very useful for going to the nether. And the weapons give you flame, so for setting your enemies on fire. And these are crafted in the high-tech bench using lava-infused obsidian. So you infuse the compressed obsidian with lava in the same way that you infuse the lava crystals, and you get that. So that's not too bad. And you also need lots more infused lava crystals. Finally, we have the Ulti tech bench, which you make in the high-tech bench. Let's find the recipe for that here. You need a normal workbench from Armour Plus, a high-tech bench, and then lots of compressed obsidian and fused lava crystals, and then this new item for the Ulti-tech bench, which is the ultimate material. This is made from various mob drops, so you've got the Ender Dragon Scale, Guardian Scale, Wither Bones, and infused lava crystal, which isn't a mob drop, but we know how to make those already. So you get Ender Dragon Scales from the Ender Dragon, Guardian Scales from Guardians, Wither Bones from Wither Skeletons, and possibly from the Wither. I haven't tested that one out yet, but maybe you could and let me know in the comments. So you combine those things in the high-tech bench with a infused lava crystal, and you're able to make the ultimate material. And that enables you to get the Ulti-tech bench. And in this, there are 4 new kinds. One is basically a combination, which we'll come to last. It's the ultimate armor. It's a combination of the other 3. So first up we have the Ender Dragon Armor, which does give you flight. I think this stuff looks really cool, especially the helmet. It gives you purple eyes like the Ender Dragon, so I'm a big fan of that, and gives you creative flying in survival, so is really, really powerful, but also proportionally expensive to that. So you're required to get 2 End Crystals, 2 Eyes of Ender, and 5 Ender Dragon Scales to get the helmet, and then just various combinations of those items to get the other pieces of armor. And you need to equip the full set to get that effect from it, as with all the armor in this mod. Next up, we've got the Guardian Armor, which gives you water breathing, so very good for going into the water temples, and the swords give you nausea 2 to your enemies. So very similar to the lapis, but I believe the armor value is a lot more. It gives you +8 on the chest piece, whereas lapis gives you +3. So a huge boost in terms of how much armor you have underwater. And finally, or penultimately actually, we have the Superstar leggings. Nothing to do with Mario. You get these by using Wither Bones and Nether Stars, so extremely, extremely expensive unless you have a Wither farm. You also throw in some soul sand there, so pretty expensive here. So in total, you need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Nether Stars. So you need to beat the Wither at least 10 times to make the Superstar armor, and this gives you regen 2. And let me just set the time to day here. And the weapons give you Wither 2. While the Ender Dragon gives you Wither 4, so probably want to use these swords. But the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance, sorry, awful French, is the ultimate armor, which describes itself as the most overpowered armor. This gives you all the potion effects of these plus saturation 2, so basically you never need to eat and you never need to heal while you're wearing this. You've got water breathing 2, saturation 2, regen 2, and flight, but it does come at a huge price. I don't think I've ever seen something so expensive in Minecraft, but is probably well worth it if you can afford it. So how you make this is you need to make pieces of each, so you need to have made the other 3 complete sets, and then you combine. So you've got the superstar helmet, can we go back? Yeah, you need to make the Ender Dragon helmet and the Guardian helmet and have all the associated blocks of those completed with a lot of the ultimate material. So you're going to be grinding for days to get this stuff. This is just, it's kind of ridiculous how much you need, and if you do get it, you probably won't be challenged by anything else in the mod pack, so it's probably the very last thing you want to do. So that's the chest piece, and it's essentially, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's essentially the same thing where you need to have made the other 3 to make all the different pieces and then combine them in the Ulti Tech bench. So that is Armour Plus for 1.11.2. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of video from me. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.